Hello, hello, it's Jeffrey Gard reporting from JFK Airport. I'm here in Terminal 1, and Terminal 1 is also affectionately known as the United Nations Terminal. What's really interesting about Terminal 1, aside from the complete chaos, there's a lot of chaos right now. JFK is undergoing a massive renovation. It's being renovated from head to toe, and so there's a lot of construction happening. But that's not why necessarily Terminal 1 is so chaotic. Terminal 1 is one of those crazy terminals at JFK because it is exclusively an international terminal, and there are so many different little airlines all crammed and jammed into this rather medium-sized terminal. And so that makes for a lot of people in Terminal 1 all the time. It's a highly congested airport, and so I'm going to show you what you need to know about this terminal so that you can navigate it and not stress out. So something that's really important to know, if you require wheelchair assistance here at Terminal 1 at JFK Airport, there's no wheelchair station out in the open. So what you need to do is you need to go directly to your gate, wherever your airline is, and when you check in with your airline, inform them that you require wheelchair assistance, and they will organize that for you directly at your ticket gate. All right, so that was a pretty hellacious experience.
Going through security at Terminal 1 is a nightmare. You will absolutely need to bring your patience. The lines are long and it just takes so much time for people to get through. Because you have an international crowd, not everyone is going to be overly familiar with TSA protocol, so people may not know to take their shoes off, or when stuff clears through the security grocery cart scanner thing, people don't know to take their bins and to move elsewhere to put their clothes back on. So people will just start putting their clothes on, and there's huge crowds, and it just, bring your patience. Terminal 1 is a little challenging to get through, but on the positive note, if you are going to the Lufthansa lounge, the minute you get out of security, you just hit right, and it's right over here. So like I mentioned before, Terminal 1 is a small, medium-sized terminal. It actually only has 12 gates to it, and so those 12 gates make for a very crowded experience. There's constantly a flush of airlines coming in, coming out, so it's going to be very packed. It's going to feel packed in this terminal. This terminal distinctly does not feel new. It feels crowded. There's tons of people everywhere, and you just want to definitely prepare yourself for that. You're probably going to want to get here and find or secure a spot so that you can get a little comfortable, because it will get crowded. There will be a lot of people, but the silver lining to all that is that flights are coming in and being constantly flushed out. So while there's a huge crush at certain times, it can clear out and give you a little bit of some fresh air and some breathing room, and that's exactly what you want to focus on. So I'm looking forward to the new JFK. I cannot wait to cover that place, because this one is desperately in need of an overhaul remake. The very end of when you get out of security and you hit right, gates 1 through I think 5, at the very end is going to be the Air France lounge, and here it is. So this is one of the few restrooms that I've actually seen in the terminal, and that's another sore point. If you need to use a restroom, you definitely are going to have problems, because there are a very few number of restrooms to actually use, and they're heavily trafficked. As you can see, there's a stream of people, and so I think what you're gonna see is the bathrooms not necessarily being in the cleanest state, so just prepare yourself for that. But again, this is a really small terminal, and I'm not going to go to the end because there are just so many people here. It is so crowded. It is a very cramped airport. when you were here, you might be very frustrated because of how crowded it is. So I just want to prepare you for that. You definitely want to have some patience when you're here. There are a lot of people, and people from different countries that have different customs, that have different comfort zones, right? So people in certain countries and certain places in the world don't feel a need to give you any kind of space, whereas in America, you know, to kind of sit a little further apart from each other. In other places, people are right next to you, skin on skin. Other people feel the need to come and investigate what you're doing, which is also a little bit of a challenge. There's a lot of eyes on me right now. So, yeah. But there's also a lot of shopping to do. So just make sure that if you want to do shopping and duty-free shopping, this is definitely the place to do it. There's a lot of retail goods here. High-end makeup, high-end clothes, luxury wear, luxury items like garments and handbags and purses. So, yeah.